Good morning students. Now we are going to see task 4 of lab 5 MD5 collision attack lab. So in this lab description what is given to us is making two programs behave differently. That means we need to make two programs in binary mode that should behave differently, but the same MD5 should be there for both the functions. So by using the tool MD5 collision generator, we can make same MD5 hash value for two binary output files. At the same time, by using the property of suffixing with the existing MD5 hash value file, suffixing another file, concatenating, will give the same MD5 value for the new output file also based on the task 2. We need to prove concatenation property. We have proved that the concatenation property of task 2. See here, by using this property, when you add with m and when you add with n, there is a suffixing file with the file name t, the MD5 value will remain same. Remain same means equal for both the files after concatenation also. So by using this property and also by using MD5 collision generator, we are going to achieve this task. For this task, in the lab sheet itself, they have given an idea. There are two arrays x and y. X and y contents are same means that program will work on a benign mode. That means it's a good file. If it is x and y contents are different, then program will run malicious mode. That means virus program or any wrong defected program will run. So what we are going to do, so look at this array block, memory block here, given here. In this memory block here, in both the places are starting of x array and starting of y array, we are going to make p. In another file starting of x array and starting of y array, we are going to place with the q and p different. So we are going to p and p here, q and p here. How to create p and q? We know by using MD5 collision generator, which is explained in task 1. See here, in task 1 it is written, when you have MD5 collision generator, it will add one p with your new output binary file, one q with your new output binary file. It will create p and q. We are going to extract this p and q from tail concept or by using head concept. We are saving a separate p file, q file. This p file, q file we are going to use in our lab task 4. Here, for this task, we are going to use this p and q here. So for that, I will start my demonstration here. I have gedit task4.c. This is a file where I have x and y same length. This how to create, we know from the previous lab task 3 of MD5 lab. We have studied how to create multiple A's by using Python multiplication echo, right? How to multiply A with multiply by 300 times or 200 times, we can create like this. After creating this array, we can copy paste it here. So this A is what is the size in my program? 300 maybe. Yeah, length of my program is 300, array size is 300. So this A is 300 A's, this A is 300 A's. So in this example program, my x and y are equal. So when x and y are equal, what it will run? It will run the output as benign. When x and y are not equal, for example, it will run as virus. Right? So now my program, I am saving it. I am going to run. So first instead of this gcc task4 dot c hyphen o task4 out. So this is my file which I am running. So this file we need to open in Bless Editor. Before opening in Bless Editor, we will run and see task4 out. So it will print as benign because my A and B values are same. So it is printing as benign. So now we will open this binary code in a executable file in binary editor task4 out. From this binary editor, task4 out. Task4 out. Oh, this is task out. So it is not task4 out. So I made it as task out. So this file is opening now. So my output file is task out. So from this file we need to make it down, note it down where my X array is starting, where my Y array is starting. So I need to scroll down here till my X array is starting. We can easily find where continuous A's are starting first time. So here continuous A's are starting first time. So this option you need to check in octal, and this offset in octal, hexadecimal, binary. In all the format we can say. In decimal it is starting in 4160. Then if you move down, the next array after some padding of 0 values, the next array A, that is Y array starting in 4480. So we need to make a note on where X array is starting, where Y array is starting. So how we are going to work on this program we will see. So from X array starting at 4160, we are going to split our output file into 3 different sections. We are going to save 2 sections. Before X array starting, that means up to 4160 we are storing in prefix. After 4160 we are leaving 128 bytes, then remaining all we are saving it in suffix. Right, remaining all we are saving it in suffix. So it is starting X array starting in 4160. So I am going to use this command head -c 4160 prefix. Right, this I will save as prefix. So for this time my file name is not task4 out, my file name is task out. So I will change here task out. Right, this head file so I think we need to reduce the space -c 4160, one space is enough. Task out prefix. So head is ready. Same way tail, tail starting from +4288. Task out, tail is called suffix file. So my suffix also ready. So my prefix and suffix is ready. If you want to see the size of prefix and suffix, you can do it ls-l prefix. It will be 4160. Suffix no need, because again we are going to split the suffix. So this prefix file, as per the explanation here, prefix file 4160. Now I am going to run MD5 collision generator to add a p value with the prefix and add a q value with the prefix. Again I am going to separate p and q, separate it. So MD5 collision generator -p, which file? Prefix file. I am going to write output out1 and out2. So two files I am generating. So it is generating. So from this I am going to remove tail -c 128 from tail 128, from which file out1 I am going to save as p file. Same way from out2 I am saving as q file. So what I have done, from prefix file I made two files, out1 and out2. Both will have same MD5 sum value. From this out1 and out2 I am extracting p and q, that is 128 bytes. I am saving it in a new file name called p and q. So if you see MD5 sum of out1, same way MD5 sum of out2, both are same. Then if you see ls minus l p value 128, then q value 128. So p 128 bytes, q 128 bytes I separated. Now from suffix file, if you move on to suffix file, from suffix starting from 0, suffix file index, where y is starting we need to check. So what I am going to do, I am going to open bless file only suffix, because I want to find the starting of y in suffix. So starting of y, there is all x, remaining x. If you see moving from here, you can see, so this is x is ending in this location. Then now y is starting. Y is starting in offset of decimal 193. Right? Y is starting in 193. So from y, before y starting, all I will make it as new file. After y starting, I will leave 128 bytes. Then remaining I will save it as a new file, like a pre-suffix, post-suffix, any name we can give. Right? From suffix file I am going to make a pre-suffix and post-suffix. So what I am going to do, head 192. So 193 means it's starting, no? So up to 192. From which file? Suffix file. Suffix file. I am naming it as pre-suffix. I am naming it as pre-suffix. So before running this coding, we will check head -c 192 from suffix file. I am naming it as pre-suffix. That means 192 is starting of y array in suffix file. Right? So coming back here, execute this pre-suffix. Now tail. Now what we have to do? Tail. So from here tail, I am going to add 320. That means 192 plus 128 is 320. From suffix file, I am making as post suffix. Making this file as post suffix. Right? If you see here, see pre-suffix 0 to 192 of suffix file, post suffix after 320, that means 321 till end. So everything will come as post suffix. Here also I left 128 bytes in the middle. I left this 128 bytes in the middle. This I am leaving it 128 bytes, right? Now in this 128 bytes I am going to replace P or Q, whatever it is, but here this file prefix plus 128 bytes, this will be considered as out1. See here, prefix plus 128, this will be considered out1. Same way prefix plus 128 of Q will be considered as out2, but this 128 bytes I am going to replace with P value, right? I am going to, so the first file P and P same, second files Q and P which are different. So like that I am going to concatenate. Before concatenating, we have separated prefix file, postfix file, P file, Q file. Everything we have separated. Right now we have to do concatenate cat. What is my first file? Out1. With that pre-suffix out1 pre-suffix, then P, then post-suffix. Post-suffix, this is all I am going to write in task 4 out new 1 or task 4 out, task 4 benign. This is all I will make it as task 4 benign. Out1 pre-suffix, P post-suffix. Totally 4 files I have concatenated with task 4 benign. Same way another 4 files I need to concatenate and save as virus. What 4 files? Post-suffix same, P same, pre-suffix same, but instead of out1 I will replace with out2. What is meaning of out2? It is having a content Q. Out1 having a content P, out2 having a content Q. So this will be task 4 virus. So now both the files MD5 sum, you check MD5 sum of task 4 benign. This is MD5 value, task 4 virus. You see MD5 sum value is same for both the files, right? Now MD5 value is same, but when you run it should behave differently. So to make it run we need to make the file as executable file by using change mode to executable mode. Task 4 benign, task 4 virus. So both have changed to executable mode. So I will run first file. What is the first compiled file for execution? /task out is my first file. It is giving benign. So now my second file is task 4 benign. It is having P plus P because out1 have a P content, again here P. So task 4 benign, P and P both are same, it will give again benign. But if you give virus, run virus, here out2 having Q value and P value here different, so it will give virus code different, so it is giving virus. Even though the task 4 benign and task 4 virus both are having same MD5 value but behave differently when you run. So this is the way how attacker can use MD5 sum value generation by using MD5 collision generator and playing with their binary file, cut and paste by concatenating the P value. Then finally executable file will behave differently due to binary file modification, right? But MD5 sum value will never change because of the concatenation property, right? So with this we are concluding task 4 of lab 5 MD5 collision attack. Thank you.